George Trapp driving down the middle. Chamberlain flies. Watch that out of bounds. He is awesome. Malone pass is deflected. Going to be stolen, I think, by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Ray rocked the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
All right, here's Dennis. Gets it into Bird. Larry, a runner. Got it! Ball game's over. Boston wins. Here's Jordan for three. Yes!
Bryant to shot.
Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life has given the Cavaliers their biggest lead tonight. It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
This is WHPC Sports Talk.
So we're back. I'm gonna let y'all know something. Wasn't here last Wednesday, but we here to make up for it. I'm your host, Eric Williams, joined by my fellow co-hosts, Nico Each, Joshua Mahi, and Ross Levine. Got a lot to get to today, especially in the NBA. It's coming down to the last, 20 and 18 games?
Yeah. Stretch run.
Let me tell y'all something. This is my favorite time of the year, especially for basketball. Also because I got a birthday coming up.
Ah, man, happy birthday. How old you turning?
15.
20.
Eric's turning 15.
No, I'm turning 20.
Damn, old man, bro.
Yo, just because Nico,
old as hell.
just because you're the youngest one at the station, you can't call everybody old, bro.
You can't.
I really can, though.
No, you really can't.
I really can. Especially Corey.
He's a different case.
No, that's not a different case.
He needs to retire.
He's old. That's an old
Just
man
getting
right
up
there.
Nah.
I know he's starting to have back problems. It is. Don't give out soon. Yeah.
Also, we did have a fun time last night calling those games.
Oh, man, we had a great time. Ladies and the men got it done. I'm mad I didn't see certain players for Queensborough out there in the first game, but it is what it is.
Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond, where was you at?
Apparently she I spoke to one of the players. Apparently she failed off.
Damn.
Diamond.
That was crazy.
Diamond.
She failed off. So
Could have asked me. I would have wrote some papers. And
Do your homework, guys.
do your homework
Always do your
indeed.
homework.
Lesson of the day.
So let's start. Here in New York, the Nets travel across the Brooklyn Bridge. Of course, they're going to match up in the Garden against the Knicks. Knicks 5th in the Eastern Conference at 36-27, and the Nets are 6th in the Eastern Conference, 34-27. You would assume this matchup would be a, close matchup. Nah, it's not looking that way because Brooklyn is trending down and the Knicks are trending up. The Knicks are on a 6-game winning streak right now, and the Nets are 1-6 ever since trading away Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. What are the takeaways for the Knicks to win this game tonight in MSG? And what are some takeaways for Brooklyn?
So, a couple weeks ago, I think it was February 13th, the Knicks beat down the Nets. It was really the first few games, within the first few games that the Nets had this new group together. And Mikal Bridges, as far as he's been in net, that was the one game he really struggled. He's averaging 24 points a game as a net in 6 games. But that one game he struggled, it was 7 points, 2 of 8 from the field against the Knicks. So obviously, I expect him to bounce back in a big way. Obviously, he has to deal with Josh Hart and Quentin Grimes, 2 great defenders. But that's the key for the Nets. Obviously, I don't know if y'all guys saw the report, but Ben Simmons. Now, it wasn't from Woj, it wasn't from Shams. It was from some guy named Jack Settleman. But he was like, the Nets are seriously considering benching Ben Simmons for the rest of the season.
Why not?
He's not in the rotation right now. The Nets cut the rotation down to 9 guys. Earlier, when they made all the trades, it was around 11, 12. That just it's not sustainable. So Ben Simmons is going to have to be one of the odd men out because the starting 5 of Dinwiddie, Bridges, Johnson, Finney-Smith, and Claxton, that's your 5. Bringing off the bench, you got Cam Thomas, obviously. Maybe you roll with Day'Ron Sharpe as a backup center. And then you have guys like Seth Curry, Joe Harris. There's a lot of cooks in that kitchen. I don't know if they can make it work. And if you throw Ben Simmons in there, who's not really giving you much, and it's sad that he's not a rotation player right now, but that's what it is for the Nets. I mean, that'd be crazy if they really did shut him down for the rest of the season. But, I'm not going to shed tears for the Brooklyn Nets. That's just one thing I'm not going to do. But the Knicks, I mean, the key to victory, obviously, for them is Brunson and Randall keep doing what they're doing, even though Jalen Brunson struggled shooting the last game. Still was productive. Julius Randle's been on a special run. I have nothing bad to say about him anymore. I tried to string it out along, and I'm like, I still have some feelings against Julius Randle, but I can't right now. It's impossible. He's playing too well. He's an all-star. He's having one of the greatest redemption years in New York sports history, and I mean that. From where he was last year to this year, I mean, it's crazy. So those two guys, the two all-stars, because I count Brunson as an all-star, they keep doing what they're doing. The Knicks will be fine. RJ Barrett, I mean, we've talked about him. I know, Ross, that's your favorite, but all he has to do at this point with this Knicks team, because Josh Hart is going to hold it down and quickly off the bench, just give me, I know it's crazy that we're just saying this for a third overall pick, but just give me 12, 13 points, play decent defense, don't shoot toward 8s, don't go 4-16, don't go 3 of 21, don't go 5. No, I don't want to see toward 8s at shooting splits. I don't want to see that. Just play solid basketball, be the third option, be solid, have a solid floor. Don't be, costing the team the game. That's really the only way I can see the Knicks losing. If they have RJ Barrett taking a lot of shots, if Jock Vaughn and his defensive strategy funnels all the shots to RJ Barrett and he just doesn't know what to do with them. Otherwise, with the way it's been going now, the Knicks should handle business and get to 10 games over 500, which would be crazy from where we started the year.
I mean, if Barrett just has those little floaters, the little 1-foot shots, he'll make those. But
really though,
I have more confidence he'll make a layup than a 3-pointer.
Well, yeah. You know what's important, Ross?
I'll give him that.
What's important for him is that he has to find the mid-range game too, because it can't just be. It's like he's Houston James Harden. Remember when Houston was running that analytics ball and there was only shoot layups or only shoot threes?
Yeah.
And he forgot how to shoot mid-range shots for 5 years.
Kind of like that Queensboro team. I mean,
yeah,
they don't really shoot threes a lot,
and they wasn't making many of them. I would have chose a different strategy if it was me. But which coach which team had the doctor as the coach? Last night?
Kingsborough.
The men.
Dr. Lambert.
I was about to say I can't argue with a doctor, but that was the women's game. I mean, point being, take the shots that are available to you. If you have an open mid-range, don't feel the need to drive into 3 defenders and force something up or try to draw a foul or draw a wild pass. Just take the mid-range shot. I love the way RJ Barrett played against the Pelicans 2 games ago. He was taking mid-range shots. It was simple. It was clean. It was smart. If he keeps doing that the rest of the season, I don't need 25-point games from RJ Barrett anymore. It's sad that we're saying that because, once again, Ja Morant, number 2, Zion, number 1. RJ went after those guys at number 3. So the fact that there's that much drop-off and we're just asking, RJ, don't mess it up. That's crazy to me, but it is what it is. Maybe he'll be traded in the offseason, but for this season, the new goal for me, I need a playoff series victory. If you get the 4 or the 5th seed and you go up against the Cavs, and I know Stephen A. said, I'm going to throw up if Donovan Mitchell sends the Knicks home. I'm not going to go that far because the Cavs are the better team on paper. But the goalposts have shifted. I'm not just looking to get into the playoffs and scare a team and win 1 or 2 games. No, I need a series win now. The fact that the Knicks are showing me they're a top 10 team in terms of record and net rating. They're a top 10 team across the board if you look at all the stats. They have a great bench. If Obi plays the way he did last game too, I mean, what more could you want? So this game would be a big step. Get to 10 games over 500. Get to 37-27. Beat the Nets, win, or they can't win the season series. Split the season series. Establish your dominance now in New York basketball, and then keep it rolling for the rest of the season. That's what I want. If it's anything less than that, I'm not going to be crushed or disappointed, but the goalposts have clearly changed. I want a playoff series win. I don't expect it, but I do want it. I think that's a reasonable thing to want if you're a Knicks fan.
I feel like if they lost tonight, the Knicks, I still have somewhat confidence that they're going to be a 5th seed. even if they lose tonight, because I still think the Nets are going to fall off. So, like, even if they won tonight, and I have a weird bad feeling that they're going to, just because the Nets did rest their players the last 5 minutes of that Bucks game. Granted, they weren't going to come back anyway, but still, there's a reason why Chuck Vaughn did what he did, because he's trying to figure out tonight's game. What if I could see they won 6 in a row, the Knicks? I think they could win tonight. They should win tonight, but I'm not going to be heartbroken if they lost tonight. Like, they've won 6 straight. Like, the fact they won that Celtics game, it takes a little bit of the pressure off this game. I'd rather them beat Boston than the Nets. I don't know. Boston,
Now, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Ross, I don't know if you were listening yesterday, but we were talking.
Yeah.
We were talking that cash about Boston, because to go back to last night's game, or the last game against Boston, obviously, seeing Jason Tatum just quit, seeing him just be in the fourth quarter, I'm out, y'all got it. I've had enough of this. I'm tired of the Knicks pushing me around and bullying me and forcing me into a bad shooting night. I'm tired of it. He quit on the team. The Knicks made Jason Tatum an MVP candidate tap out on the Garden floor. I've watched for years now superstars come into the Garden and make the Knicks tap out. Game after game after game, and even carrying into the season, it's funny, watch the tables turn. Josh Hart, obviously a big part of that. Having some pride. This team plays with a lot of pride, and even if this team was mid, like I know I called them mid early in the year, yeah, but they were mid and boring, and they had no dog in them. If you're gonna be mid, you gotta at least be competitive. You gotta at least have some pride. They didn't have any of that to start the year. Now it's completely different. We've seen Jason Tatum come in here and struggle. We've seen Donovan Mitchell twice come to the Garden and struggle. We've seen stars all season long kind of expect to have a big game in the Garden, and then when the Knicks put that physicality on them, it's not what they expected. And it was so beautiful seeing Jason Tatum just, yo, ref, give me a T. Let me hit the showers early. That's, the Nets don't have a superstar, but they have a lot of annoying try-hard players. I can already see Spencer Dinwiddie like, yo, I want to drop 30 so bad. And like try-hard-ass players. That's what the Nets have. That's why this game's going to be dangerous. But if the Knicks have the sense of urgency they've had the last couple of games, they should take care of business. It's just a matter of, will they bring it to start the game? Will they have to come back late in the game? If they have the same sense of urgency they had when the Garden was rocking last game against the Celtics and in other games, and they keep protecting home court like they have, I'm not going to say easy dub, but they should definitely take care of business.
You spot on. I mean, they're 7.5-point favorites. You expect the Knicks to win this game.
Ooh, 7.5? I didn't even see that.
You expect the Knicks to win this game tonight.
That's like the first time where I think the Knicks have been favored by that much in a while. That kind of scares me too.
As a FanDuel enthusiast, that scares me a little bit. 7.5. I don't know if I'm taking that.
You taking under?
I'll take the under.
You know what?
I'll take the over.
Yeah, I think I'll take the 7.5.
Yeah, because think about how much points they beat Boston by.
That's true.
Yeah, and they're carrying that momentum. And I don't know if you guys saw, they had like this team outing at this restaurant. I don't know exactly. I'll look into it. But they had, Tibbs was there. The entire team was there. You can tell the team chemistry is on 1,000. Tibbs was looking like, it looks like it hurts Tibbs to smile.
It probably does.
It genuinely looks like people are like, oh, is Tibbs high? I'm going to try to find this video and send it, but it looks like it pains him to smile. Like he would rather be doing anything else but smile.
I'm just going to say I hope they win, but if they lose, I'm going to blame Vegas. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey,
I blame them if we lose.
Ross, you low-key superstitious. You hella superstitious.
I blame them if they lose. I blame Vegas, yes. Because when Vegas wasn't betting us like this, we were winning.
So you think the Knicks are going to see this line 7.5 and be like, oh, we're heavily favored, we're going to take our foot off the gas?
Well, it might. If Barrett goes 2 for 10 like he does.
But we know that's RJ, though.
He sucks sometimes. Oh my God.
Chill. Ross, no, we're not doing this again. If they're winning games, I can't complain about one player.
I hope I want to win. I don't care if Barrett goes 2 for 11, but I want to win. I'm just pointing this out that Barrett stinks. I just hope they win. They're winning despite him.
Listen.
Except the Pelicans game. I'll give them that.
If they start losing games here and it's because of RJ, I'll start agreeing with you. But they're winning games. If it's in spite of him, who cares? He'll be traded in the offseason and that'll be that. But for now, like this team is winning games. We got to be behind RJ Barrett.
I'm behind Josh Hart.
No, we got to be behind RJ Barrett. You got to be
Josh Hart.
That's crazy.
Josh Hart's stealing the basketball away. He's picking off passes. Barrett's not doing that. He still is not a great defender.
Well, clearly bullying's not working, so maybe just supporting him would go a longer way.
What is he, Mac Jones? Yo,
what do you want me to say?
Don't start that.
What do you want me to say?
Bro needs to get bullied.
It's clearly not working. I feel like we talk crap about him and he only plays worse.
Oh, RJ, you're doing so good. You went 4 for 14 the other night. That's so good, buddy. 10 points. Good for you. Third overall pick.
Yeah,
yes!
That sounds like something them gentrifiers would do over there in Brooklyn.
That's why Ben Simmons.
Well, he's been coddled in 2 different cities. Like, that's a different case.
I blame his mother. I blame her.
Shout out Ben Simmons' mom.
Miss Simmons.
Miss Simmons.
Miss Simmons.
Miss Simmons.
She raised a
bitch.
There you go. He was on cue. He knew it. But show some respect, pay some homage to the Knicks real quick.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
I gotta do it. I had to do it.
I love it.
Gotta do it.
You remember people used to act like that was a jinx? Oh, I hate hearing bing bong. The Knicks are losing.
You know what? That's what
we did also say that in the beginning of the season.
that did play in my mind when y'all said that, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't play this. I was like, whatever.
Listen, just it's good vibes. Like I like to say, the vibes is immaculate. Go in. Beat Brooklyn. Matter of fact, beat Brooklyn's ass. Listen, we have the advantages. Brunson's better than Dinwiddie. Randall's better than Dorian Finney-Smith, yeah. Obviously.
Oh, he's been garbage ever since he's gotten to Brooklyn.
Well, you know, he's probably role players like that. If it's a winning environment, they're going to play well. If it's a mid environment like the Brooklyn Nets, they're going to become what the environment is. And Dorian Finney-Smith has become mid. That's what it is.
Sadly.
Mikal Bridges, though, is playing well. Like I said, he's definitely hooping so far.
I think he had 34 last night.
Listen.
I love that guy.
The Knicks with all these Villanova players, I don't know. They might need to get me Mikal Bridges.
No.
They might need to get me Mikal Bridges. I don't know.
No.
Matter of fact, I do know. They need to get me Mikal Bridges. I don't care what you got to trade.
Okay, he had 31 points last night in 37 minutes.
Come on now.
In the
garden with Brunson and Hart?
I'm going to tell you this, right? So now that he's in Brooklyn, living in Brooklyn, or living in the city or whatever, on his story, he posts like pictures of him walking, and he's just walking in public, right? I told Nico about this.
Stalker, yo.
No. This is on him. So he posted a picture of him walking his dog, and it looked like it was like on some type of pier or something. I'm like, maybe I should like look into that. Next time he goes to walk this dog, I have to time it up perfectly. I have to meet this guy. Now you're close, and he's such a fun guy. Like, I love that man's energy. Like the whole, you know, I miss him.
Yeah, stalking NBA players.
No, stop.
No, let's go.
No,
that's exactly what you're gonna do.
I wouldn't call it stalking. He's just interested in his life.
That sounds worse.
Is that how low we're going?
That kind of sounds worse.
I wouldn't call it stalking. That's just me.
No, I remember I told my father when I was like, I had to be like 11 or 12. I was like, let's go to Manhattan. I didn't tell him the reason why I wanted to go to Manhattan. I said, let's go to Manhattan. In my head, I'm like, I want to go to Manhattan and see if I find Melo.
Hey, you know what? Get it how you live, bro. I ain't mad at you. That's what it takes to meet a celebrity like Carmelo Anthony. I mean, let's be real. I'm not saying jail tag him, but I'm not saying go Joe Goldberg, but
throw an air tag in his back.
Nah, we're not. Nah, see, now we're crossing into dangerous territory.
No, see, yeah, that's dangerous.
Now we're crossing into dangerous territory.
That's weird.
Air tag in the back.
Yeah, come on. Somebody tagged me before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little ex-girlfriend. No?
Oh, no.
It was some random. I don't know who it was. It was just a tag on me, like.
Oh no.
Looking
Josh,
all over for it.
They see him walking.
He knows.
They see him walking down the street.
Let me tag this young man real quick.
Seems like an interesting.
Where's Eric going?
Seems like an interesting fellow.
Yeah.
Just keep tabs on him.
Let me remind everybody. You're listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. And if you also want to join in on the discussions, the number is 516-572-7440. We don't bite, as Josh would like to say. Call up.
Nah, we don't bite.
Nah.
You bite?
Not in this context.
No.
So let's take a trip around the NBA real quick. I didn't put this on the topic sheet, but it's very funny that this happened after I wrote the topic sheet. So Ja Morant was accused of punching and flashing a gun at a 17-year-old.
It's really free to see how hollows feel for real.
And he also threatened a mall security guard. This all happened in 2022.
He picks the funniest enemies, don't he? He know how to pick them. So we got a bunch of bench players on the Pacers. We got a 17-year-old boy, and we got a mall security cop. Yeah. He knows how to pick them.
Listen,
he knows how to pick them.
There's like a maturity line. There's like you're mature and you're not. I forget this man is 23 years old. He's not mature at all. I mean, everything about him. Hollow tips. I mean, come on. And you have a daughter, bro.
That's crazy.
I forget about that.
You wonder why you forget about it, right?
Yeah.
Because you think he's, 18, 19? What he acts? Yeah. 23 years old.
Can never be me.
Yo, Nico with this ageism.
I'm just saying, bro. You're going to act like an idiot making $1 million a year. Are you acting a fool? What we doing?
I wonder how his dad, T. Morant, feels. Because, he's front row at every game, every Grizzlies game. He's dapping them up on the sideline. I wonder how... Is he holding that... Are you holding your son accountable?
No.
Are you?
No.
Beating up 17-year-old boys, bro.
Did you see what the Grizzlies posted last night? Or this morning, rather? I don't know when they posted it.
What they post?
Shannon Sharp holding up an L for the Lakers.
Oh, I see it now. Well, Yeah, you beat them without LeBron, and Anthony
they're happy
Davis
though.
Is a
corniest team in the league.
They by far. It's funny because I remember back to last year with the Grizzlies, and ESPN was doing all access films on them pretty much, and we love this team, and all the girls love Ja Morant and everything else, and they have the team chemistry, and I'm just like, give it a year. Give it a full season. Give it 365 days time. I guarantee you people are going to turn on this team. And look what's happened. That cute little engine that could turns into, these people are annoying. These kids are annoying as hell. Ja Morant's beating up 17-year-old kids. He's beating up high school juniors. Dylan Brooks is walking in like John 3 for 16. Is that what they called it? With no shirt and the vest? Like what is this team? Where did they come from? Why are the corniest group of NBA players all together in Memphis? How did that happen?
I love Twitter for this exact reason. They clown Ja Morant for trying to act like he's a gangster, quote unquote, right?
Gangster.
But you're from a nice neighborhood, bro. Couth Carolina. You're from a nice neighborhood, nice family.
School.
Oh man. and then
nice.
Dylan Brooks. A little zesty over there.
Yeah, I hate to say it, man. Listen, the evidence is mounting on Dylan Brooks. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's a little zesty.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And then
look into it.
Desmond Bain catches strays just for having T-Rex arms. Jaren Jackson jump shot.
That was a great dunk on the AD though.
It was.
Anthony Davis going outside, man. We call that balls on back. That was crazy. Insane.
Enough about this team, though. Let's move on to another team in the West. The Mavs are 1-4 when Kyrie and Luka both play. I don't know. That's a little concerning.
He's a curse, bro.
Whoa.
He's truly a curse.
You know that meme with the Grim Reaper and he has all the doors with the blood on the bottom? So you got Cavs, Celtics, Nets. He's walking into the Mavs door. I hate to say it, but the issue on the court is just Luka and Kyrie. The idea makes sense in terms of you have two of the greatest offensive players in the game. You put them together in the playoffs, magic can happen, right? But the defense.
Yeah.
So when they go up against a backcourt like Steph Curry or Klay Thompson, or Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, like those powerful tandems in the West. Who's stepping up and playing defense? It's really not, and they're not terrible defenders, but they're both not really great defenders either. Not even really good defenders. They're below average, both of them. So that's the problem. They're not playing no defense. They gave up how many points last night to the Pacers? 122?
Yeah.
That's a lot of points. They only really have Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner. That's a lot of points to give up for a Jason Kidd team who takes pride in coaching defense. So, I mean, the idea was good in hindsight, and I'm not saying they're cooked yet, but I mean, we're seeing it. And plus, the end of the game issues. Kyrie really has had 2 occasions where he hasn't delivered in the final seconds. And usually those are Luka's shots, and he's delivered in those moments as well. So, we know it's Luka's team, but who's going to have the ball late in game? Because Luka's hit big shots, but Kyrie Irving's also hit the biggest shot in NBA history. So that's going to be an interesting struggle to watch with the Mavericks, but it don't look good right now. 1-4.
Got a point. Let's move on real quick. Another team in the West, Kings. What are they? They're on a 4-game win streak right now. I mean, it's looking tough out there in the West.
I love the Kings so much. They got the light the beam stuff going on, and number one, Domantas Sabonis is a parlay champion. Free money advice: you bet on this man to get a double-double, you're gonna win some money.
You know,
every night.
Y'all didn't know me last year, but around the trade deadline, heard some speculations that DeAndre Ayton was going to get moved for Sabonis. I wanted that to happen so bad. This team would be so much better with Sabonis. Stretch the floor. I mean, just stretching the floor at that. Like, he does everything Ayton does. He does it better.
Well, the thing with that is that, with the Kings, Sabonis is a great fit because him and De'Aaron Fox, like, you can't guard that pick and roll with, shooters like Herter and Monk and their first-round pick, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, a former champion. It's very tough to defend, and they have Mike Brown as a coach. And I bring him up because he's a very defensive-minded coach. He was pretty much a defensive coordinator for the Golden State Warriors last season for their championship run, but he hasn't really gotten this group to play defense yet. Now, the Kings have been around the top 5 in offensive efficiency all year long, but the defense has not been there. I mean, they gave up, in a win, 175 points to the Clippers in double overtime. 2 overtimes, yeah, but 175 points is a lot of points.
Looked like an All-Star game.
It really did. It might have been worse than the All-Star game, and that's saying something with what we saw in Salt Lake City. But the Kings, if they're the 3rd seed right now, it looks like, I know they have the Suns and the Warriors on their tail, but it looks like they're going to hold on to that 3rd seed. Maybe they get the Mavericks, the Clippers in the first round. Can they play enough defense to win a playoff series? Because that would be big for that franchise. Turning it around with the first year of Mike Brown coaching, that'd be big. I just don't know if they're going to play enough defense to make it matter in the end.
Definitely. There's finally some culture in Sacramento. The whole light the beam thing you said, and the fans are coming out, selling out the crowd. Yeah, we're moving on to another team in the West. Are the Clippers good enough to be contenders in the Western Conference Finals?
On paper, but when it comes time to it, is Kawhi Leonard and Paul George going to be on the court? And Russell Westbrook, I know they're 0-3 with Russell Westbrook, and I know you read that and it's like, oh, Westbrook is holding the Clippers back.
It's not Westbrook's fault.
It's not Westbrook's fault at all. I mean, they've had 3 tough games, and what concerns me about them, obviously the injury part of it, but I mean, they have a lot of cooks in the kitchen. And I know a lot of Knicks fans know when we were struggling earlier in the year and we were 10-13, Tibbs was running a 10-11 man rotation. It's just too many guys, and it's tough when you have that many guys to play with to get that team chemistry. Ty Lue has a lot of capable players. I mean, they have guys like Robert Covington, quality NBA player. They have guys like that just not playing. And, Covington's a great defender. The Clippers have really struggled on defense. It's just Ty Lue, and he's a championship-level coach, obviously. He has to figure something out in terms of finding the right rotation for the playoffs. Until he does that, they're not contenders.
Got an excellent point there. I mean, especially from the game last night. I mean, Stephen A. even went on about it. You see the guys, you see the role players. They're playing very well. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But it's the guys like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. You're the star players of the team. You're supposed to be stepping up. 23 points and 25 points from your star players, but you need that extra push. You need that 30 points because you lost by 7 points to the Timberwolves without Karl Anthony Towns. Kyle Anderson was starting last night.
That's not the Timberwolves team you want to be losing to, especially at home. So Anthony Edwards still struggling. I don't know what's good. Every time I bet on this man, it's just not working out. But enough about my financials again.
Kermit Wiltz. Hustle?
Yeah.
That was the name of the movie? Hustle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great movie.
Shout out Bo Cruz, too.
Where's he at?
Toronto.
You know where he's at.
You getting playing time?
No.
Toronto. Toronto's making a little push.
They are.
They actually are. What are they, 31-32 right now?
Yeah. They're going to be the most annoying team to play in the play-in by far. By far. Team bunch of tryhards.
I still think they can get to the 6.
Ooh.
With the way the Nets are looking and the way the Heat are looking, I know they had a nice little win in Philadelphia the other day, but it's possible.
I actually got a
Making
question.
the push, so.
I got a question. Do you think the Hawks will actually turn it around with Quinn Snyder now? Think about it. That's something we could think about.
This season, no. Moving forward, when he gets a chance to actually have a full off season to coach these guys, yeah. But for this season, the Hawks are cooked. Trae Young has forgotten how to shoot. DeJounte Murray he's a good player, but trading 3 first-round picks for a guy like that might not have been the move, and then the rest of their team is just a bunch of okay guys. John Collins is on the trade block every year. If you're that good, you're not going to be on the trade block every single season. Clint Capella, I mean, how much does he have left? It's just not a lot moving me for Atlanta. This season, if they make changes in the offseason and Quinn Snyder gets to really put in his stamp on that roster, yeah, but for now, they're cooked and I love it. R.I.P. Hawks. King of Broadway.
He's not. He's not. But the Warriors are optimistic Steph Curry may return next week during a 3-game road trip after missing 3 weeks with a leg injury.
Yeah. He's the Warriors. I was about to sell their stock a couple of weeks ago when they were really struggling, but they're winning games. Klay Thompson is alive now, and Steph Curry comes back. They're in the 5th seed right now. When did that happen? Mavs have struggled. Clippers have struggled. They're all the way in the 5 seed. They can get as high as 4 or 3 if they really put it together. So
that kind of came out of nowhere, but we actually do have a caller on the line. Caller, what's up? What you want to talk about?
You're shocked to have a caller. This is Charlie from Floral Park.
What's up, Charlie?
I was listening last night, and you guys were doing the Lady Lion game. I appreciate the shout out, but I have no idea why you did it.
I don't even know the context. I don't remember.
It was the belt to cheeks thing.
Oh, that's your favorite phrase, Charlie. That's why.
And walking the dog. Something.
Dog walking.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to know if Ross, who's not there now, right?
He's here.
Hello.
Oh, he is there. I just want to know if Ross has changed his mind, because he was, for the entire season, he was calling for the entire Knick team to be disbanded, fire Tibbs, get rid of Randall.
R.J. Barrett.
Has he changed his tune?
The only person I probably have just stayed where I've always been was Barrett. Everybody else, I've just kind of changed my tune with everybody. They've shocked me, honestly. I never thought they'd be 36-27.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the lesson is you have to have patience in sports and everything else in life. I also I was reading in Newsday on Sunday. You guys know Anthony Edwards, obviously, on the Minnesota team. He was talking about this load management, and he was saying how he never likes to miss a game. And he almost quoted, I'm not sure he knew, but he quoted Joe DiMaggio, who was asked in his prime why he played so hard every day. And he said, because there might be somebody there in the stands who's never seen me play before. And that's kind of what Anthony Edwards said, which, so he's my new favorite player, that's all. I mean, a guy who just wants to come and play every day.
You're definitely right, Charlie. I mean, you love a guy like that, especially an NBA player or any sports player. I mean,
and Tibbs made a great comment also at the end of the article that if you don't know how to play every day, then what happens when the playoffs come and you have to play every day?
Absolutely right.
I mean, so this idea of not playing is kind of ludicrous also. But anyway, Mrs. Charlie from Floral Park is calling me for dinner, so I have to go.
Make sure you pick up that phone, Charlie.
I understand.
Thanks for calling, Charlie. We always love getting those phone calls from the regulars.
You know what? You never know who's listening, man. I didn't think there was no way Charlie was listening to the games last night, but
he was listening.
Hey.
And he heard his name. Belted Cheeks.
Belted Cheeks. For real.
If you want to end up like Charlie and you want to be a regular caller, the number is 516-572-7440. And with that being said, we're going to move on to football. Georgia Bulldogs Jalen Carter charged with reckless driving and racing charges. A warrant has been put out for his arrest for a connection to a fatal car crash on January 15th where his teammate actually died. in that car accident. Now, assuming he will move down the draft board if things aren't cleaned up quick with the combine tomorrow as well, it's not looking good for him.
It's not. I mean, I don't know what's going on with. Obviously, we have the basketball player for Alabama,
but he's still playing.
He's still playing, and he's hooping. He's not just playing.
He's hooping. He's playing with a purpose.
So I think obviously this is a different situation. I don't mean to compare apples to oranges, but I mean, here's the deal, because we saw this a few years ago with Laramie Tunsil with the smoking weed thing. Obviously, this is more serious.
Yo, to be fair, sick video. Sick video. Like that's some baller stuff right there. You going all out on that one. I respect it.
I would have traded up for him if I saw that.
Yeah,
as a GM.
That's a real man.
This is me.
I mean, listen.
I'm actually man smoking a little.
He was doing it safely.
Just don't do it on the campus.
I'm actually going to ask this question.
Yeah, I've never
because
never.
I'm gonna ask this question after we get finished with the caller, but we do have a call on the line. Caller, what's up?
Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I've always wanted to say that, but my name is Carly. I'm calling from Brooklyn. Shout out Brooklyn.
Carly!
Finally, I get to call in, right?
Hi, Carly.
I was waiting for this.
Oh, y'all was waiting for me. I love that. I love the warm welcome. I've always wanted to say long-time listener, first-time caller, and you guys finally let me do it. Thank you. I wanted to put in 2 cents about the Brooklyn Nets and Knicks game tonight real quick.
Let's hear it.
All right, bet. I don't rep Brooklyn Nets at all. I mean, I know I live in Brooklyn, and I'm right next to Barclays, but definitely am a Knicks fan. Just curious to know, while I'm putting in this parlay, that Knicks definitely got this tonight, right?
Yes.
You taking the points?
Blowout by 30.
Nah, don't listen to me. I mean, it's 7.5. We said earlier we would take the points, but the Brooklyn Nets have a lot of tryhards on the team. They have a lot of annoying players like Spencer Dinwiddie's just gonna. I don't know if he's gonna make a lot of shots, but he's gonna take a lot of shots. They have a lot of try-hard players, so they could make it close. But the Knicks, if they take care of business like they have at the Garden, they definitely got it. So.
Okay. And I know we have a lot of players that are out. Well, not necessarily a lot, but I know LeBron's out for 2 weeks.
Right.
And a couple other players. I feel like that kind of opens up the doors for some other players to kind of get some more points on the board.
For the Lakers?
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing about that is that Data Davis, street clothes, whatever other nicknames he has, he's in a must-win game this year. It's OKC, the team right behind him in the standings, I think, not playing.
Oh,
LeBron's not there to hold his hand, and he has to carry the team on back-to-back nights. He was like, "Nah, y'all, Malik Beasley,
you got it.
You got it.
Hey, Disney, as they would like to call him on Twitter."
I have one more hot take to get off my chest.
Oh man.
Kind of going back a couple days, but I know Dame put up 71 points the other night. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like people were expecting him to run that back twice, and when he didn't, a lot of people were surprised. And I just want to say that I was not one of them. I knew he wasn't going to come up to.
Humble brag is crazy, yo.
I'm just saying. Let's be real. They drug tested him after the game. He went crazy. But to expect for him to hit a victory lap with that, I just want people to be a little bit more realistic.
I mean, watching that Trailblazers Warriors game last night, it did look for a second. He had 20? No, he had 19 points in the first half, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, he's still hot." The Warriors could be in trouble, and then as France like to say, belt the cheeks in the second half, and Dame didn't do anything. So it's not my phrase. I can't take credit for it. But
okay, France, trademark that, please.
Nah, for France, I'll let him know. You got to head to the trademark office.
But those are all the points I wanted to make. Thank you guys so much for hearing me out.
Thank you for calling, Carly. Thank you, as always.
Anytime. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Do I have to, say the number again? I mean,
Why not? We're on a roll. Why not?
Listen, we getting new first-time callers. 516-572-7440. Call up.
I love how you and Braden get all the calls. Nobody supports me. It's all good. It's okay, Josh. It's
okay. They'd rather listen to your beautiful voice.
It's okay. I got thick skin. Oh, I can deal with it. I'm not jealous.
I really thought Mercedes called up for a second. I thought it was our time.
Yo, that was the same thing that was running through my head with him. I was like, nah, no way. She's been listening. And it's Carly, but we appreciate the calls.
Eric, you think Diamond's listening? Look at the smile on his face.
I actually want Cheatham to listen.
Ooh.
France, he I don't mean to throw him under the bus, but he came to me last night and he was like, I hope Cheatham was listening to me because that was me shooting my shot.
Yeah, y'all wasn't really. I peeped when she was inbounding right in front of us. Y'all was talking sweet. I was like, okay.
I said, listen, I'm a fan. I ain't gonna say what else I did, but I'm a fan.
Y'all got unspoken rules. That's crazy.
Think we're doing a game Saturday?
I want to. I want to.
I want to do it too.
We can make it happen.
Why not? Let's do it.
In what is the game in Brooklyn too?
Yeah.
Ah man.
Sing Kingsborough. They lost. I mean,
yeah. L.
Listen, let's get to some more NFL though. I hate to say this. I hate bringing this guy up. Aaron Rodgers says his decision is coming soon.
No, it's not.
He's dragging it out more than the LeBron decision.
Real housewife of Green Bay.
Oh, can we please get an ESPN interview?
But he said there's a finality to the decision, also saying this is my life. It's important to me. I'll make a decision soon enough. This is what Stephen A. actually, before you say anything, this is actually what Stephen A. had to say. And I know Josh is smiling over there because I loaded in my first soundbite. I loaded in my first soundbite, and I'm hype about it. I couldn't wait to play this. Here we go.
I took a nap. I'm
you fatigued?
I'm so sick. He's absolutely right. Tune it out. We cover sports. We have to talk about them. We can't tune out one of the best quarterbacks who ever played the game. Yeah. But my God, I wish we could. I'm so sick and tired of talking about everything about Aaron Rodgers but winning.
I thought he was a bad man.
I was just about to say that. What happened to the bad man?
Bart Scott did bring up that point in the show. He said, I thought he was a bad man. I actually cut that part out because it was going to be a little bit too long. But, I think everybody is Stephen A. Smith in this situation.
Yeah.
Tired of hearing him. I'm just tired of it. And the Raiders are now saying they're not even going to pursue Rodgers. So
not surprised.
He's going to the Jets, I believe, or the retirement home.
Or maybe he's going back to the darkness retreat for second time around, and maybe he'll stay, and maybe I'll lock him in there, and maybe I'll kill him, or maybe not, because that was a joke, because this is radio.
Ha ha.
Sports phrase.
Ha ha.
LOL.
Funny.
Ha.
Jordan Love, I mean, what year is this?
This is going to be year 4.
Year 4.
Yeah, you can't be 4 years on the bench. If I'm Jordan Love, that man's got a lot of patience. If I'm him, I'm like, if Aaron Rodgers really comes back and this wimp Gutekunst is like, yeah, come on back, we'll take you back, because Gutekunst could say he could have just shut this down weeks ago and been like, Jordan Love is our quarterback, we're moving on from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but
he could have done that.
He's so
he's leaving
on
the
his
door
knees,
open.
bro. It's ridiculous.
He's leaving the door open. This is a better phrase to say.
Is it?
On his knees.
Which door?
I mean, it could be both. It could be,
Lambeau Field door. Let's just keep it there.
Bro,
locker room door.
I feel like he's just scared to have another Favre situation. But who cares?
That's exactly what it is. And it's crazy. I think it was actually Bart Scott that said this. I don't know if I heard it when he was on First Take or on his radio show. It's literally this whole situation between Jordan Love sitting 3 years and Favre playing maybe I will, maybe I won't with the media. And it's the same thing with Aaron Rodgers, because if he was really about his business, listen, Aaron Rodgers, for anybody that doesn't believe so, he knows damn well what he wants to do. He's knew it for months since the season ended. since the Packers season ended against the Lions. He knows what he wants to do. It's just, I can string along the media. I can get my boy Pat McAfee some clicks on his podcast. I can go on a darkness retreat, make it all about me in a time where, the NFL offseason, nobody's really talking about anything. This is Aaron Rodgers. I bet you whatever decision he makes, and he's a troll too, so he's going to come out and be like, oh yeah, I knew after I walked off the field what I was going to do. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
He's a troll and a drama queen at the same time.
That's a nasty
How can you do that?
Nasty combination.
Oh, man.
So
imagine having a girl like that. A troll and a drama queen.
Man.
She's trolling at the same time she's being a drama queen.
You might have to, I ain't gonna promote nothing, but
I know.
What's understood don't gotta be
another quarterback in the AFC though. Yeah. Lamar Jackson. Ravens GM Eric DeCosta says we want Lamar here. Says he's having ongoing discussions with the star quarterback and remains optimistic.
Wow. Spun the block. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again.
This is another thing where it's not Lamar's fault, but this is a story that just needs to end, and it's the Ravens' fault because enough of saying John Harbaugh, he's a 200% a quarterback. Eric DeCosta, we want Lamar here. Yeah, you want him here, but you want him there on your terms. You don't want him for what he's asking for, which you really should give him, given how the quarterback market is going to look. And we said it yesterday. Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes is going to make $45 million from either from the Giants or the open market. What do you think Lamar Jackson, when he sees that, he's going to ask for? Yo, give me an ownership stake. I don't know. This guy? Daniel Jones?
If he gets $45 million, that's not coming from the Giants. I don't think.
No, it's not good, Ross. It's not good.
It's also not
No, I'm saying Daniel Jones is not getting $45 million from the Giants. He might get it from somebody else, but not from the Giants.
Not a competent person.
Somebody's giving them 45 M's.
No one with intelligence.
Nah, maybe 40.
Stop.
I wouldn't push it past 40.
You shouldn't go past like 35, to be honest with you.
35 is even a little bit of a stretch.
You're right. You're right.
It'd be funny. It'd be real funny if the Raiders were like, yeah, we don't want Aaron Rodgers. And then they're like, Daniel Jones, 45 M's. That's my guy.
No.
Bring him.
Yo,
if the Raiders do that,
Adams, I'm retiring.
Let the Raiders do that and, dumpster fire. Vegas? Oh, yeah. No.
Maybe, listen, it's Sin City, it's Las Vegas. A lot of Raiders have gotten in trouble since they moved to Vegas. Maybe they want a nice little church boy quarterback to hold things down and, Nah? I think maybe
you're going to go crazy in Vegas.
Daniel Jones going to go crazy in Vegas?
It's always the silent ones.
Oh, man.
Especially with that 45 mil? Oh, he's going to go crazy.
He'll be in the strip club, sunglasses.
He's going to be bankrupt by the second week of the season. It's going to be over.
He going crazy in the casinos?
Going to go crazy in casinos and streets, maybe. Is he single? He gonna pick someone up one night. Even if dapping up Henry Ruggs when he gets to jail.
Oh
wow!
The meme machine. That's gonna be a great team.
Y'all lost your damn minds.
Meme machine. Oh man,
guys,
gonna be a good team.
Nah, Daniel Jones will behave himself wherever he goes.
Nah.
He'll behave himself in Vegas.
Nah.
Dave behaves himself.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't know that.
The impression he gives off.
We don't know Dave, Josh.
You never know. And he's listening all the way from Vegas. Man, we don't know what he's doing.
He could be with Henry. Like, we don't know anything.
He could be with Henry.
I mean, they get a call a day, right? So.
Oh wow! Nah,
you never know. That's what I'm saying. I love Dave.
I ain't touching that.
He's a great listener. I'm just saying, you don't know.
That would be nah.
Can you imagine? We've had someone here at the station get like a letter.
Yeah,
from someone.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't hear about that.
You'd never heard.
Y'all gotta put me on game after the show ends.
It's a funny letter too. It
is actually hilarious.
Janet Jackson and
like bro's stuck in like whatever that year was. Like,
damn, he's stuck in the prison time capsule. That's crazy.
Yeah, that happens.
That's sick work.
He said he actually sent a letter the day before he got out.
Coming.
I'm OMW.
And he actually threatened one of our colleagues.
Nah, what?
Yeah.
Yo.
It's all right. It happens. I mean, what are you going to do? He can handle himself.
All right, real quick.
Oh, man.
Who do we think? What do we think is going to be the biggest move in free agency, or let alone this offseason with the new league year starting March 15th?
Jackson to Atlanta.
I want that.
I don't want that at all. Actually, I really don't want that.
You're right.
Be real happy if that didn't happen.
You're right.
Yeah, it would make my entire year if that didn't take place. You know what I mean? I just there's something about that entire.
Just bothers you. Rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it. Nope.
No happy ending there.
Nah. No.
Imagine Lamar Jackson in a room with dogs.
Oh,
just taking the right steps.
Pick up the call.
Yeah, I'm pick up the call. Caller, what's up? You on line? Let's go.
What up, Eric? It's Justin.
What's up, Justin?
Justin, what's up, buddy?
What's good, Justin?
Yeah, I'll make it quick because I know you guys are talking, wrapping things up. But yeah, so luckily that guy died that wrote me that letter. So we looked it up like a few years ago because I was worried about it. He wrote me a letter from prison with a minor threat. I'll show you the letter one day, Josh.
Oh, is this what you were talking about before?
Yeah.
Yo, nah.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk, Justin.
Yeah. All right, boys. I'm heading out. Have a good one.
Thanks for calling, Justin.
I forgot about that. Wow. Some people, man.
Luckily, Justin's still with us.
Yeah, that's
a great individual too. Oh man,
how did he beef with Justin, man?
True.
Such a nice guy.
I don't understand that.
I don't either.
Some people and their personality, just yeah.
Okay.
leave it there.
All right. Actually, let's move on to baseball real quick. Real quick. I know this is kind of rare, me doing this. MLB is pushing for a salary cap. Rob Manfred looking to close the gap between clubs due to television distribution and revenue disparity. Any thoughts on this?
It will never happen.
Oh,
you were
brother
too far deep. Like it's over. That's never happening.
Oh, brother,
you can't.
They heard Michael K about like spending money. That's why. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it, with the salary
Yeah,
cap.
Michael K crying about
the Mets with Steve Cohen.
Cohen's spending all this money, and the New York Yankees are just left. The Mets are so far above the. That's not how Michael K sounds. That's how he sounded to me because it's all the crying about Steve Cohen that just drives me up the wall, yo. Look at the Padres, man. Where's the smoke for them? They gave 2 shortstops 11 years, $300 million to play him out of position. Where's the outrage for them? Why is it always the Mets and Steve Cohen? This is because you're a little jealous that the Mets got it right now? Could that be it? I don't know. But Rob Manfred saying all this, a salary cap in baseball, Nico's right. It's just not going to happen, number one. It's never going to happen. It's never going to get voted on, ratified, anything. It's just, this would never be the case if people weren't up in arms about Steve Cohen owning the New York Mets, because these baseball owners don't want to actually do their jobs and field competitive baseball teams. That's all it is. Cincinnati Reds owner, Oakland Athletics owner, they'd rather just tank and stockpile on prospects, and when they don't pan out, do it all over again, and they don't want to spend any money, and that's how they want to run it. A salary cap in baseball is a joke, yo. It's one of those sports where it makes sense because all the other leagues have it, but it just does not make sense in baseball. If you really want to win and compete with the New York Mets or the New York Yankees or the San Francisco Giants or the Dodgers or the Padres right now, spend the money.
Yep.
Take some money out your pocket, put your money where your mouth is. Don't be complaining about Steve Cohen and the unfairness. When you have money in your pocket too, use it. Rob Manfred just, he bends over so easily, bro. I don't understand. It really just disgusts. The pitch clock is the one good thing he's done, but I just don't understand anything else.
I mean, you talk about the pitch clock. There was a game the other day, and I think it was like 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Beautiful.
That's quick for a baseball game.
It's going to be annoying, though, going in person.
I think it's
baseball is
better.
one of those sports where, like, you can get up, use the bathroom, go get food, come back, and not miss anything.
That's true. I mean, it's going to be a lot better on TV, which is where we watch the majority of the games. But the amount of games are going to go to on Citi Field or at Citi Field. Yeah, I can see it being annoying from that standpoint. But listen, I think for the game as a whole, it's a better thing because I don't want to watch pitchers throw a pitch and then you can play the whole Kentucky Derby in the time they throw their second pitch.
Yeah.
Have you seen that on
Chris
TikTok?
Bassett, yeah.
It's some other culprits too, but he was a terrible one. The OCD on that man was crazy. Just
let's go to a Mets game this year.
We're going to be going to a lot this year.
I'm going a lot. I've been to a lot the last few years.
New certified Mets fan over here.
I've been going a lot. Close to my house. Let's go.
Every Wednesday when the baseball season starts, we getting right out from here, driving or taking the train, whatever y'all
Honestly,
prefer.
we could be coming from the game too here.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
true
every
too.
time I go, they win.
We're going with Ross.
Yeah,
They win.
Where was you at in the wild card games?
Oh,
That's not my fault.
It is your fault. You just said every time
is
you go, the Mets
bone
win.
oblique. It's all his fault. Shouldn't have pitched.
Now you let the team down, man.
I blame Epler for that year.
That's fair.
all right. Settle down a little bit. I know we're going to Mets games, but real quick, let's talk about the Rangers. Patrick Kane will make his debut with the Rangers Thursday night when the Rangers return to the Garden against the Ottawa Senators.
Thoughts? How do you feel, Ross?
I hope we can defend. I really do.
That's
Yes.
your initial thought to this
I
news?
I don't know if we can defend. I love Kane. I think we're going to score more goals. But
Do you think we can
can't.
win? Do you think we're a cup favorite right now?
Yeah.
Like number one?
Oh, I don't know about that.
No?
We're like number 2.
Boston's number one to you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. 2.
I'm ready to plan the parade. I need if they Ross, I truly believe
I hear you.
if they don't win this year with this team, they never will. I'm truly
I know.
convinced.
I just don't know if we're going to be able to defend. That's my only concern. We haven't been playing defense the last few weeks.
Right.
For some reason. I don't know if it's Gallant. I don't know.
Just married to pessimism over there, man.
Oh no, he's happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy we got Kane.
Listen.
You finally said it.
I love Kane. I just don't know if we could defend. Our team can't defend.
I hear you.
The Rangers might win the Stanley Cup this season. We're going to a few Mets games. But that will do it for the Wednesday show. From myself, Eric Williams, Joshua Mahi, Ross Levine, Nico Each. We will be back tomorrow, 4 to 5 p.m. on 90.3 WHPC.